Learning to stay instead of hide, there comes a moment in almost every life when hiding feels easier than staying. Easier to withdraw than to explain. Easier to disappear than to be seen. We hide in silence, in distractions, in busy schedules, in forced smiles, in unfinished conversations. Hiding can look like strength on the outside, but inside it is often fear wearing a mask. Learning to stay instead of hide is one of the most courageous decisions a person can make. It is not loud. It is not dramatic. It is quiet, steady bravery that chooses presence over escape. And from childhood, many of us learn that hiding protects us. If emotions are too big, hide them. If mistakes are made, avoid them. If rejection feels close, withdraw first. We develop subtle strategies, changing the subject when conversations get uncomfortable, laughing when something hurts, keeping relationships shallow so no one can wound us deeply. These habits feel safe because they reduce immediate pain. Yet, over time, hiding does not protect us. It isolates us. It builds walls so high that even the people who want to love us cannot reach us. Staying is different. Staying means remaining present when your instinct tells you to run. It means listening when feedback stings. It means sitting in a difficult conversation instead of shutting down. It means allowing yourself to be seen in imperfection. Staying is not about tolerating abuse or accepting harm. It is about refusing to abandon yourself or others at the first sign of discomfort. It is about choosing growth over avoidance. When we hide, we often convince ourselves that we are being practical. We say we are avoiding drama. We say we are too busy. We say it does not matter anyway. But beneath these justifications lies a deeper truth. We are afraid of being misunderstood, afraid of failing publicly. So, afraid of not being enough. Hiding promises relief from these fears, but it also quietly reinforces them. Each time we hide, we tell ourselves that we cannot handle what is in front of us. Each time we stay, we teach ourselves that we can. Learning to stay begins with self-awareness. You have to notice your patterns. Do you withdraw when someone challenges you? Do you disappear when relationships demand vulnerability? Do you distract yourself when emotions surface? Awareness is not about judgment. It is about clarity. Once you see the pattern, you can gently question it. What am I afraid of right now? What would happen if I stayed 5 minutes longer in this discomfort? Often the fear is larger in imagination than in reality. Staying with your own emotions is the first step. Many people are skilled at staying in a room physically while hiding emotionally. They nod, they respond, but internally they are distant. True staying requires honesty with yourself. If you feel hurt, acknowledge it. If you feel anxious, name it. Emotions lose some of their power when they are recognized. Hiding from feelings gives them space to grow in the dark. Staying with feelings allows them to move through you. Relationships are one of the greatest arenas where hiding and staying battle each other. In friendships and partnerships, conflict is inevitable. When tension rises, hiding can look like silent treatment, emotional shutdown, or pretending everything is fine. Staying means saying, "This hurt me," or "I am struggling," even when your voice shakes. It means listening to the other person's perspective without immediately preparing your defense. Staying does not guarantee that every relationship will survive, but it ensures that you show up authentically. In professional life, hiding can appear as playing small, not applying for opportunities because you might fail, not sharing ideas because they might be criticized, staying in roles that feel safe but unfulfilling because growth requires exposure. Learning to stay in your ambition means risking visibility. It means allowing your work to be evaluated. It means understanding that rejection is not a verdict on your worth, but part of the journey of becoming. There is also the subtle art of staying with uncertainty. Modern life offers countless ways to escape discomfort: entertainment, social media, constant noise, endless scrolling. Silence can feel unbearable because in silence we meet ourselves. Staying means turning off the distractions and sitting quietly with your thoughts. It means reflecting on your desires, your regrets, your hopes. It means resisting the urge to numb yourself when life feels overwhelming. One of the most powerful aspects of staying is the message it sends to your inner self. When you stay through difficulty, you build trust within. You become someone you can rely on. You know that even if things fall apart externally, you will not abandon yourself. This inner stability is not built in comfort. It is forged in moments when you choose presence over escape. Learning to stay also requires compassion. There will be times when you slip back into hiding. Old habits are persistent. Instead of criticizing yourself, notice it with kindness. Ask what triggered the urge to hide. Was it shame, fear of conflict, fear of judgment? Compassion creates space for change. Harsh self-criticism often drives us deeper into hiding because it confirms the belief that we are not safe to be seen. Staying does not mean enduring harmful situations. It is important to distinguish between healthy discomfort and genuine harm. Staying in a difficult conversation can be growth. Staying in an abusive environment is self-betrayal. Learning to stay includes learning to discern. Sometimes the bravest choice is to walk away. But even in leaving, you can stay true to yourself by being honest about why you are leaving rather than disappearing without explanation. There is a quiet strength in being someone who stays. People begin to trust you more deeply. They sense that you will not vanish when things become complicated. You become a steady presence in a world that often runs at the first sign of difficulty. This steadiness does not mean you have all the answers. It means you are willing to sit in the questions. Staying transforms fear into resilience. Each time you remain present in discomfort, your capacity expands. What once felt overwhelming becomes manageable. Conversations that once terrified you become opportunities for connection. Challenges that once triggered avoidance become invitations to grow. Over time, the need to hide diminishes because you have proven to yourself that you can handle being seen. There is also freedom in staying. Hiding requires constant effort. You have to remember what you said, maintain the image, protect the mask. Staying allows you to relax into authenticity. You no longer need to curate every word or reaction. You can admit when you do not know. You can apologize when you are wrong. You can celebrate when you succeed without downplaying it to avoid attention. Learning to stay is a lifelong practice. It shows up in small moments, responding to a difficult email instead of ignoring it, expressing gratitude instead of assuming it is understood, asking for help instead of pretending you are fine. These small acts accumulate. They reshape your identity from someone who escapes to someone who engages. The world often rewards quick exits and dramatic gestures, but the deeper rewards come from consistency, from staying in the gym when motivation fades, from staying in therapy when conversations become uncomfortable, from staying in conversations with loved ones when misunderstandings arise, from staying committed to your goals when progress feels slow. At its core, learning to stay instead of hide is about courage rooted in self-worth. When you believe you are worthy of love, respect, and growth, you are more willing to be seen. You no longer need perfection as a shield. You understand that vulnerability is not weakness, but connection. You accept that mistakes are not proof of inadequacy, but evidence of effort. Imagine a life where you do not constantly calculate escape routes, where you can sit across from someone and speak honestly, where you can pursue dreams without shrinking, where silence is not frightening, but grounding. This life is built gradually, choice by choice, moment by moment, each time you decide to stay. The journey will not be linear. There will be days when hiding feels overwhelmingly tempting. On those days, start small. Stay for one more sentence in the conversation. Stay for one more minute in the uncomfortable feeling. Stay long enough to learn something about yourself. Over time, these small acts of staying will accumulate into a new way of living. Learning to stay instead of hide is not about becoming fearless. It is about acting with courage despite fear. It is about understanding that discomfort is often the doorway to deeper connection, stronger character, and greater fulfillment. It is about trusting that you are capable of handling what life presents. In the end, staying is an act of love. Love for yourself because you refuse to abandon your own growth. Love for others because you offer them your real presence. Love for life because you engage with it fully instead of watching from the shadows. When you choose to stay, you step out of hiding and into wholeness. And in that wholeness, you discover that you are stronger than your fear all along.